Hi, my name's David, and I suffer with Tourette's. And today, I thought I'd have a little chat with you guys about it. So, what is Tourette's? It's obviously an involuntary spasm, and a lot of people assume that Tourette's is just purely swearing, effing and blinding out of nowhere, but it's really not the case. I believe the NHS say that only 1 in 10 people, so 10% of those suffering with Tourette's, actually have a verbal tic. Most others tend to have more of a physical ailment. Now, you're probably wondering what mine is. If you're very close and observing, you'll probably see that this shoulder doesn't want to sit still. My neck likes to go where it wants, and I do have another one on my side, which is a bit hard to see at the moment. And my leg goes non-stop. You can see the chair shaking behind me. But recently my tics have gotten a lot worse, and I thought I would just have a little chat about it and, just give a bit of background as to what it's like having this condition, because it's frustrating. It really is. So, as a kid, I always suffered with tics. I don't think they were as bad when I was younger compared to now, but I remember I used to always sniff. I used to be like, and I used to do this a lot. I don't know why, but I used to always scratch my nose and sniff, and it was annoying, quite frankly. I used to do my parents' head in, bless them, because at the time they didn't really, know what it was. And constantly doing this on your skin, I was red raw, my nose was always dead sore. And it just wasn't great, but that sort of was on and off as a child for a little while, found it died down. And it wasn't until my teenage years, about maybe 14, 15, where I really started to sort of get the regular tics I do today. So the tics that I have is this shoulder, likes to just shrug or rather tense. It's like the muscle contracts and then relaxes over and over. Every time it's like you're doing a weight rep. My neck can sometimes go. It depends. It's weird because you find when you're talking about it, they do kick off more. But just randomly my neck will just go forward, backwards, left, right. And then my side, probably the worst one. It's a bit hard to see. I'll just demonstrate it. But my side will go like that. So it's like pushing in. You can't really see properly. But it's like my right ribs want to rip through my body and get to the left side. So really, really not comfortable. Not a natural movement that a human being should be making. And let me tell you, if there's one thing I'm very, very familiar with, it's repetitive strain. And like I say, I've suffered with it for a little while now, but the past couple of weeks I've found it has really just escalated beyond proportion. I don't really know what causes it. No one really does. It is an incurable condition, but I have found it's very much related to my mindset. If I'm stressed, if I'm anxious, if I'm just not in a very good mood, I find they do kick off. But I don't know, it's frustrating. I mean, I was on the train yesterday on my way to work, for example, and they were really going fucking mental. It's a pretty quiet train. I didn't start work till 12 p.m, so it wasn't too busy, and there's a few people sitting near me, and I'm just going for it. I mean, my head's all over the shop. If you were an outsider looking in, you're either going to think I'm fucking nuts, or I'm having some sort of little seizure. And, there was a couple of people who were just staring at me and, probably thinking, what a fucking weirdo. I mean, to those people I say, go fuck yourself. I couldn't give two shits what you think. But, it can get to you. I think after suffering it for years and, having these kind of issues, it gets very frustrating because there is no magic wonder cure. The only thing I really find works for myself is marijuana. I haven't had a smoke in a couple of weeks, so there's a good chance that might be why they're kicking off again. But obviously, I live here in the UK where it's illegal, so if I want my weed, I've got to, go find someone to buy it from. I can't just nip to a dispensary like in the States and go grab myself a quarter ounce of Afghan Kush. It would be nice. Come on, UK government, get that shit legalised. But, I was meant to go to the doctors today, but for whatever reason they fucked up and don't recognise me as being a patient on their system, even though I've been there for years, so I'm going to have to go and re-register. So I thought I would just talk to the camera for a little bit. I obviously write a blog. I'm going to be writing a post about it that goes into a little bit more detail. But one thing I do hear a lot of people say, and this is more towards those who have verbal tics who swear, are saying it would be amazing to have this condition. I'd love to be able to just get away with swearing. And I'm sorry, but if you really think that, you're a fucking idiot. Imagine this for a moment. You're going to a job interview because, believe it or not, Tourette's doesn't make you exempt. You've got to pay bills, you've got to pay taxes, you've got to keep a roof over your head. You're going to have to get a job. And you go to a job interview, you sit down, and you go, cunt, to the fucking interviewer. Not gonna end well, is it? You can try and explain that as much as you want, that it's Tourette's. They've probably already made their mind up straight away that even if that is Tourette's, they don't want someone in their business effing and blinding. And, you know, even just walking down the street, if you say something like that, even if it's not directed to somebody, you know, someone could take personal offence, think that you have insulted them, and next thing you know, you got some fucker trying to do you in. So, no, I'm sorry. If you really think you want this condition, you're an idiot and you need to get your fucking head sorted out, because trust me, I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. I mean, I don't know what it's like to have verbal tics. You know, I'm grateful that I only have these physical tics, but, you know, it's a very misunderstood condition. And sometimes I even get people say, well, you don't have Tourette's, you don't swear. And again, you know, people need to realise that the people who swear are more in the minority. It's only 10%. There are so many people out there who suffer with it. You know, Tourette's is basically defined as anybody doing any sort of involuntary movement which they don't intend to do. So, you know, there's a lot of people out there who suffer with it, more than you'd probably realise. And I just wanted to sort of raise a little bit of awareness. I know that probably no one's going to watch this video, but hey-ho, if you have made it this far, then thank you and hello. But, you know, if you suffer with Tourette's, I'd love to know what your personal experiences are. Like, you know, feel free to comment down below or head over to my blog and let me know there. Because I want to just hear some stories from you guys. It'll be really, really interesting. And, you know, if you are suffering with it, obviously know that you're not alone. You're not the only person. I know what the frustration is like. And, you know, it's one of those things. We troop through. We deal with it. I don't let it get to me that much. It has maybe the past couple of weeks just because of how severe they are. But again, I found I've been a little bit stressed. I've just started a new job. Christmas is coming. I'm pretty fucking skint at the minute since I sort of been in between jobs for the past couple of months, unfortunately. So, you know, maybe just not in the right mindset. Hopefully when things settle down, Christmas is over, I've actually got some decent money in my pocket, then that might be okay. Because, you know, I've always ticked, but they haven't been quite as severe as they always have. I mean, you can see there, like, when I really get thinking and I'm discussing something or focusing on something, they settle down a little bit. Like, if I'm properly, I'm in a raid in World of Warcraft, for example. I've got the concentration going. I probably am ticking, but I don't really notice it. It's when you're sitting with your own thoughts or, you know, something really riles you up, that's what sets them off. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. There's not much more to really say, but if you do suffer with it, please let me know in the comments below your personal experiences. I'd love to hear from you. And like I say, if you really are one of those people who thinks, oh, it'd be great to have Tourette's, and I know there's not that many people who do think that. It's more immature little kids who do, who just like the idea of being able to swear, but, you know, trust me, you don't. You need to have a real good fucking look at it and realise that it's not fun. It's a pretty miserable condition. And, you know, it's something that we live with every single day. I haven't been able to sleep properly in weeks. I got about 2 hours sleep last night because my tics were going so freaking bad. I just couldn't get comfortable. And I woke up straight away in pain down my side because it was just going non-stop. So, well, that was a good one. But, yeah. So, anyway, I'm going to end this video. I'm going to get back to writing the blog. And thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely day.